Hello, everybody, and welcome to my Monday Night Raw review. A lot of things going on in the show tonight, and what does Monday Night Raw really have planned after that whole Legends thing last week? Some major developments, I should say, going into the Royal Rumble, and obviously some changes tonight, which we will get into on the show and everything. But what does Monday Night Raw have to really offer? Because sometimes, even tonight, this felt like a marathon. It felt like they're longer than 3 hours than usual for some reason. But we do kick it off though with Triple H, who was there as a surprise, I believe, tonight. Which of course, he's the chief operating officer and everything, the NXT god himself. And as Triple H was about to talk, he said, it's a really difficult time. But next thing you know, he was interrupted by Randy Orton. Randy Orton says, "Well, look who it is, huh? The office decided to show up because Drew McIntyre couldn't. We'll get into that in a second. And Orton said he's supposed to have a big match tonight, but he knows Triple H knows that's going to happen. Obviously, Orton came in and talking about, I guess you're here to make some ruling or something, okay? And you about to say, his name would be in the final entry of the Royal Rumble. You could just hand me the WWE title right now. Triple H says that if you win the Royal Rumble, you can win the title whenever and whatnot if you win. But Orton said that what is this big announcement and everything? What's it gonna benefit me? And Triple H said, if he thought he was scared, and he went on. He's been watching Orton do a lot of things lately. Okay, he's seen the old Randy Orton back, and you've done a lot, but he thinks you've been going a little bit too far lately, basically. And I've seen what you've done. You want to set the Fiend on fire and everything. And Triple H says, he was never more proud of Orton the moment he would have done the same thing in his position and whatnot. But some things he just doesn't understand. That you want to go around kicking legends in the head. You want to humiliate people from Mark Henry and Ric Flair and Big Show and others. And, since you've been doing all this stuff, what does this really benefit, basically? And Triple H said that you're just nothing but a no good prick right now. As Orton said, I'm in my peak, in the prime and whatnot. And he's a legend in his own time. Just like you say you are a legend in your own time. But Orton said, do you still have it? Are you still a cerebral assassin? Are you still the king of kings, the game and whatnot? And how about this? We have a good old fashioned fight, me and you, tonight. Got it? I'm challenging you right now. And basically, Triple H says you're smart enough to know that when someone wants you to do something, you just don't give them the satisfaction. There's no benefit for me in this, okay? And the answer is no. But Orton went on to question, hey, okay, you can walk. I see Stephanie McMahon isn't here tonight, so I guess you have to go retrieve your balls from her purse. I swear I've heard that line at least 2, 3 different times before, and I swear I heard it last time when they were going to fight in Saudi Arabia that one time. And Triple H went on to punch Orton in, and basically, smiling, and Orton says, "I guess that means yes." Then as Orton smiled from looking outside the ring and whatnot. So the funny thing about this promo is this: that Triple H is more pissed off about Orton, beating up the legends and kicking Ric Flair in the head and messing with them. But it's like, hey, you set the Fiend on fire. Who gives a crap? Yeah, you burned a man alive. Whatever. I would have done the same thing too. Okay, come on. We've seen Triple H do worse stuff in the past to people than what Orton has probably done. But Triple H is more pissed off about Orton going around beating up all the legends and whatnot. So that's what he seems to be more pissed off by, instead of, hey, I set a guy on fire. But basically, it's going to be a fight tonight. Not a match, but a fight between Triple H and Randy Orton. So I guess we would have a match going on. Next, they had Charlotte Flair interview, basically about the whole Lacey Evans, and say, hey, there's a lot of women have hit on my dad in the past, okay? And, it never stops, all right? She's seen this before. But, she loves her family, how competitive her dad is. But Schreiber went and said, oh, what about what you did to your dad last week? And she didn't really want to answer it. She said Rick is sitting at home watching this match. She's going to teach Lacey Evans a lesson in class. Now, they did play a video from Drew McIntyre, which fortunately he caught COVID-19. He tested positive, and Drew went on to say, he's lucky to have minor symptoms, and do not take this lightly. If it can happen to him, it could happen to anybody. So, encourage everybody to work together, wash your hands, follow social distancing, and wear a mask. As he said, he would see everybody soon and tell everybody to stay safe. I will say this is the first time WWE has ever really addressed the whole coronavirus when you think of it like that. Because, hey, we have seen for multiple months, ever since this pandemic has started, going all the way back to the Performance Center, that we've seen wrestlers and staff and multiple kind of cases and outbreaks happen at the Performance Center and catching the virus and whatnot. So it's amazing that, it's unfortunate for Drew McIntyre. Hopefully he will get well soon. It's only just minor symptoms and whatnot. He will be back. And I'm sure people question, how did he get it? I don't know how he got it. I don't think anybody knows how he got it. I know some people say it was because of that Legends thing last week, but the best thing is, just hope for a very speedy recovery and whatnot, and hopefully, best wishes to him, and he will be back. He will be back soon enough. So I think he will make it back before the Rumble. But like I said, it's kind of crazy that WWE has really ever addressed or even just say COVID-19. They don't never really say it, or even tell people like, hey, it's almost like in a way it's a PSA message. And yeah, he is right. If it happened to him, it could happen to anybody, okay? So, yeah, it is crazy that they actually addressed it like that. But it is unfortunate that he still did catch the virus, though. So hopefully he's back soon, as I said before. Charlotte went against Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans, I know she had a pre-match promo basically talking about Flair and everything. And as this match went on, first off, I'm surprised they even had another match after how bad the last match was at that one time. And at one point, Ric Flair came out, just, doing a strut and everything. And throughout the match, Charlotte did a natural selection, but Rick put, Lacey Evans' leg on the rope. And basically, Charlotte was surprised. And Charlotte, like she was about to win, kind of go for a moonsault and everything. But Rick, ended up holding Charlotte's leg as Rick, yeah, he tripped Charlotte, and Lacey Evans got the pin. And yeah. So yeah, Ric Flair, he has screwed over his own kid, basically, kind of like last week. Basically, Lacey Evans, she wants to ride Space Mountain because they did show him leaving, and Lacey Evans said, that's all gonna change at the hotel. Yeah, she wants to fuck him. She wants to ride Space Mountain. Okay, that's what is gonna happen here. Okay, yeah. Honestly, I'm sick of the whole Charlotte humiliating Ric Flair on TV every other time. We've seen it one too many times, so I guess now Rick is getting payback. Who's the heel here again? So, I don't know. So, yeah, Lacey Evans, she wants to ride Space Mountain. Woo! Oldest ride, longest line. Woo! By God. I like doing. I like putting the glasses on. You know why? I'm just saying, woo! My God, like, hey, you over there, all right? Because just can't steal it, wheel and deal it, son of a gun. You take any woman in this room right now, okay? They didn't tear down Space Mountain. Oldest ride, longest line. I like doing that. So, yeah, Ric Flair, folks, man, I can't blame him for hitting that, though, if he does. Don't blame him one bit. Hats off to him in respect. Okay? That's Ric Flair. He can pull anything. But, moving on, no. I interviewed Keith Lee, talking about, his loss from the WWE title last week. Sheamus showed up. Hey, he put up a hell of a fight, but he wanted to shake his hand in respect. Miz and Morrison came up, so I have that Money in the Bank. And basically, this started up a tag team match that was going to happen later on. Jeff Hardy was supposed to go against Elias. Why am I seeing this again on my TV? Gunner was with him, or Riker and whatnot. Basically, Elias suffered an injury, so Riker said he was going to do it. Listen, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of jokes about him. Was he storming the Capitol last week and whatnot? I'm sure we all know how that is going on and everything. I will say that's some shit you see out of a Call of Duty game. That's something you would definitely see out of Call of Duty. Not in real life, but the shit last week, that's from Call of Duty. So I'm sure there's a lot of jokes about Gunner right there. I'm sure people say he's probably part of that whole thing last week. He tried to overthrow the government. But yeah, all jokes aside, though, yeah, Jeff Hardy, Elias got involved. Gunner won. And then after, we still had a Jeff Hardy versus Elias match, and Jeff Hardy won. So he lost, then he won. It makes no sense. Why do I need to see this match on my TV again? I don't. I didn't really want to see Jeff Hardy Elias last time. I don't really want to see it now. But Jeff won with the Swan time, so boom, there you go. Obviously, Jeff Hardy has nobody to face right now. Um, Keith Lee and Sheamus went against Miz and Morrison. Um, Tag match wasn't bad. It got to one point where Keith Lee ended up charging into Morrison, which he broke the ring, and it was, he was surprised by it exploded, and the whole top rope fell down. I don't know where the ring crew was this night, but obviously they didn't have to set up the ring very well, as they ended up reattaching and everything. Obviously, Sheamus and Keith Lee got the win. Bro kick after Sheamus tagged himself in. Keith Lee did smile on. Miz and Morrison continue to look like idiots, even though they still have the Money in the Bank back. But after, they were all cool and everything, and whatnot. Next thing you know, they're in the ring fighting each other at the commercial. Like, how did this happen? They're beating each other up then. I guess it was because of the whole pinfall thing and Sheamus stealing it. So they basically had a match. Keith Lee won. Spirit Bomb. And then after, they shook hands and then hugged. So, I guess they were cool. Then they're not cool. Then they're cool again. So, I get that they fought because of that. Maybe it was just to give Keith Lee a win after he lost the whole, they lost the WWE title thing last week. So, that may have been the case. I'm not really sure. But yeah, Keith Lee was able to beat Sheamus then. So, yeah, they both worked 2 times tonight, I guess. So, I don't know if Sheamus is still face from this, but still. Not a bad match, though, I will say that. But we'll see what goes on going from there. Next, they interviewed Drew McIntyre from his home, basically talking about Goldberg and what he did last week. And, he talked about all the legends paving the way, and until Goldberg showed up, he was thanking them. And, Goldberg wants to say, he disrespected the legends, and Drew wanted to say he's one of the most devastating forces in WWE history. And Goldberg's been one of his favorites. He used to watch him on TV with his brother and whatnot. But Drew went on to say, you don't never want to meet your heroes because they always let you down. And he always respected Goldberg, old Billy right there. But he has let him down. And now he wants to take his WWE championship. And listen, man, it's going to be, you're 20 years older, and I didn't want to accept the challenge, okay? Respect, but after what you wanted to push me, all right, okay, you're going to get your respect at the Royal Rumble. So, Goldberg, you're next, as he held up the WWE title then. So, the match is still on between Goldberg and Drew McIntyre when the Rumble comes the next 2-3 weeks. But Matt Riddle was talking about pizza, I guess, to the Lucha Bros, as why I say Lucha Bro? Sorry, wrong show. I meant the Lucha House Party. Wrong TV show. But yeah, I guess you say he was gonna win the U.S. title tonight. Xavier Woods representing the G4 with the gear on, versus T-Bar there. Not a bad match, I will say. At least they gave Retribution a win. I can sit here and say this group is dead all the time, but at least they got a win. Obviously, Kofi is out right now due to his jaw being hurt. Or they broke his teeth out last week. I remember in that match. But, Woods is out there on his own. So, hey, Retribution got a win. But don't know where this takes them. Triple H. Not Triple H. Orton, went on to talk about Triple H, saying it's going to be a fight tonight. Bobby Lashley went against Matt Riddle for the U.S. title, which basically Bobby Lashley beat the brakes off this boy right here and beat the shit out of him before the match even started. Beating him down. This is basically a one-sided match, okay? This is very one-sided. Matt Riddle started to bleed from the mouth. He had fought back a couple times, and, he did the floating bro and whatnot onto Lashley, getting him back in the ring. But, he couldn't get him. Lashley ended up power slamming him, throwing him over the place, put him in the hurt lock for the win. So, yeah, Bobby Lashley beat the brakes off of Matt Riddle right here in under 2 minutes for the U.S. title. So, not much of a competitive match, very one-sided. But right after Matt Riddle said, all right, I couldn't beat Lashley, but MVP, come on then. And MVP, oh, so you want some of me, huh? So, basically, we did get some of the match, which, MVP was still in the suit and everything. But Lashley ended up coming in, DQ. Lashley speared him. So, yeah, they beat the living dog shit out of Matt Riddle right here. Don't know where this is going, if it's even a rematch or whatnot. But, hey, this was for the title, I guess, and I don't know. Hey, Lashley looks dominant as usual, so I guess they need to do that after that whole fluke win last week. So yeah, he beat the shit out of him. Next, AJ Styles is talking to Adam Pearce in the back, talking about how Pearce even got a shot at the Royal Rumble, whatnot, for the title. But he talking about the Royal Rumble, and Drew Gulak showed up and talking about he wants to beat number 30 and whatnot. But Adam Pearce said it's already 30, and you just can't enter yourself in. And he said Styles got to, and Styles blew his WWE title shot, and Styles said, "Well, I'm a multi-time champion. What have you done?" Gulak had some flash draft in. Adam Pearce says, "How about this? If you can beat AJ tonight, you can be in the Rumble," which doesn't make sense in a way. And I know his bodyguard was right there too. Almost AJ obviously beat Drew Gulak, phenomenal forearm, but it's kind of funny that Drew Gulak has to earn his shot in the Royal Rumble when everybody just nowadays they can just come out and say, "Hey, I'm in the Royal Rumble. I'm in the Royal Rumble. I'm in the Royal." You don't have to earn a spot to be in the Royal Rumble. You can just come out there and say, "I'm in the Royal Rumble." I've said this before many times in the past. You don't have to earn your way into the Rumble. I'm in the Rumble. I'm in the Rumble. I'm in the Rumble. I'm entering myself in the Royal Rumble. Didn't have to earn it one bit. You just say, "I'm in. I'm in. I'm in." He's entering himself. I'm in. So yeah, Gulak has to earn his shot for some reason. They played a Goldberg video package, basically for his match for the WWE title. Keith Lee was talking to Triple H then about Randy Orton. Says, "Hey man, let me do this, okay? You've been out there for me, I'm gonna be out there for you." But Triple H says, "I made this mess. I gotta go clean it up." And Keith Lee gave him his jacket and said, "I guess it's time to play the game." And Triple H said, "Hell yeah." Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler against Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. I don't really care. Same thing that happened earlier with the whole tag match. Jax, Baszler tags herself in, puts the careful clutch in. Nia Jax kind of looks pissed off a little. Don't really think don't really care. Saw it earlier in the night, so same old stuff, and I just don't care. I guess I got to get Baszler back after that 40-second bullshit last week. Triple H came out then, actually, to his regular theme song then, as he came out with his, leather jacket, shirt, and whatnot, ready to fight Randy Orton. He did his whole entrance routine. Orton came out, and he says, it's been nearly, 18 months since Triple H has wrestled a match, but this was a fight. Orton had his, gear on, which both men ended up brawling for a second as, Orton tried to get in the ring. They went on going to the outside then. Both guys started going back and forth with each other and whatnot. Triple H basically threw him into the steel steps in, which I swear was like a cut on Orton's cheek then, so there was blood coming down from it. Triple H threw him into the ringside barricade then, and was about to barricade then, and was about to put him through the announce table, it looked like, but Orton had got his eye. He was about to slam Triple H on it, but Triple H slammed him on the announce table then. He threw him back in the ring. Of course, he got his sledgehammer. He walked very, very, very slow into the ring for some reason. I guess that was to eat up time. But he stood there, and he looked like he was going to hit Orton with the sledgehammer. But then the Fiend's entrance music started kind of going on. The lights went down slowly. Triple H basically got in the ring, and then they had a very weird camera close-up shot on him. And the sledgehammer was all on fire all of a sudden. Next thing you know, the lights are out. Triple H is gone. And then the Firefly Funhouse theme starts playing. Alexa Bliss is there looking at Orton in. Basically puts her hand up with the pain glove up to her chin. And the next thing you know, this very edited fireball shoots into Orton's face as Orton is blinded and crawling all over the ground in pain. First off, I actually liked the Triple H and Orton part. Then when the Fiend came, they kind of lost me with it then. I liked the part before it. But then the whole fireball thing, I don't know. Okay, so let me get this straight. We went from setting a man on fire to Triple H having a sledgehammer that's on fire, and then he magically disappears for some reason, and then we get this edited ass fireball. So instead of doing some Triple H versus Orton thing, which actually sounded more interesting, however you want to look at it, and at least this is, hey, we haven't seen Triple H in the ring in a very long time, and we're actually getting some type of a match out of this, I was okay with it first. But then they kind of brought the whole Fiend and the edited fireball. I don't know how long this feud is supposed to continue, okay? I honestly don't know. But they lost me once the Bliss thing came out. But hey, man, we got to get more adult content. Will this raise the ratings? I have no idea. Okay, hey, the ratings went up last week, but can they raise again from this? I haven't seen fireballs being thrown out in a long time wrestling anyways, but you can see how fast the camera cuts that this was barely edited, especially with Triple H's sledgehammer. It turns to fire. Why did he just use the sledgehammer on fire just to hit Orton with it if he wanted payback on Orton so bad for all those legends he beat up? But it's like, I don't know, they could have had the Fiend, and I'm sure people are going to say the Fiend would have attacked Triple H. They probably would have had Triple H hit the Fiend with the fucking sledgehammer for all I know, okay? So yeah, we didn't get any Fiend back. We're just still playing mind games and whatnot until further notice. But like I said, I liked the little brawl with him and Hunter, but Orton and Hunter and whatnot, but then they lost me with the Bliss and Fiend thing. So yeah, this fireball thing or setting people on fire was I don't know. I don't know. As for the rest of the show, it was up and down as usual. I like some parts. I like the beginning. I like the McIntyre addressing Goldberg. Um, Lacey Evans, she wants to ride Space Mountain, apparently. Jeff Hardy, why am I seeing him face Elias and Gunner again for some reason? Why do I see that on my TV for? Keith Lee and Sheamus, I didn't mind it. Miz and Morrison continue to like idiots. The Keith Lee Sheamus thing wasn't bad, even the little part with Triple H. The Goldberg video package wasn't bad. Bobby Lashley beating the brakes off of Matt Riddle. I don't know what's going on with that, but he beat the brakes off his ass, him and MVP. The whole women's tag match, don't give a shit. AJ, well, it's AJ, so I don't know. Like I said, Raw, up and down on places. Very up and down. But the main event, I'm not even sure. It was, like I said, they had me, but then they lost me. Okay? But other than that, that is my review of Monday Night Raw. I'm out of here. Comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. I will be back tomorrow night for the Go Home show for Impact before Hard to Kill this Saturday. So, yeah, that's all I really got to say about Monday Night Raw. What do you think about this show? Please tell me. Comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Check out the review that is up online right now. And yeah, that's basically all I really got to say about this show. All right, folks? So, Fireball. Fireball. I'm out. See you then.